Good morning, Dutchman.
Good morning, Dutchman.
Today is Monday, December 16th. We are in Moscow, having spent the weekend in St. Petersburg. And it is the semifinals of our fantasy league, so that's exciting. Let's go take a look. Starting off with the game that's already over, we have Turd Ferguson's oversized hats versus the Young Hoes. Unfortunately, it looks like Viga's prediction will fall short in week 2. Colin currently has a 13-point lead over Krish, and still has a player to go, and Krish is all out. He had good showings from Mark Ingram and Saquon Barkley, but didn't get enough support. On the other hand, making a huge comeback from last week, we have Christian McCaffrey. Sorry, not last week, but the last time that Colin played him, when he got 13. Making a big comeback, getting him 33. And Patriots defense getting 19. Really going to carry Colin well here into the playoffs. The finals. It is the playoffs. At the other game, though, might be a bit interesting. Lou Top Squeak Bottom versus No Sleep Till Maryland. Geb currently has about a 38-point lead over Kurt, but Kurt does have 3 players to go versus Geb's 0. Kurt has both of his wide receivers and his tight end in the New Orleans Colts matchup tonight. And it could get interesting. ESPN is projecting that he wins by, 3 points? So it could be close. Geb didn't get 20 from anybody but his flex. And so far, Kurt's got some good showings from Carson Wentz and Nick Chubb. Had a poor showing from Mason Crosby, who played well but just never kicked a field goal. Geb is going to stare down at his tight end Tyler Higbee and moan the 14 points he left on his bench there. Geb will be hoping for a low-scoring game here, and Kurt's hoping for a big ol' shootout. Lots of throwing, getting some receptions to T.Y. Hilton, who is questionable, Kurt. Just keep an eye on that. And Michael Thomas. Moving on to the games we really care about, we have Dun to Dun Dun versus The Party Rages On. Kenny has finished up with 142 points, and Tom Butler still has a player to go with 127.8. He's got Alvin Kamara, who has recently been putting up some low teens numbers. I've seen some 11s, 13s, and 14s in the last several weeks. Unfortunately for Tom, he did put up a 4 last week. So if those last few weeks are anything, it looks like it won't be quite enough to get Tom out of the sacko race. Kenny's Jameis Winston got 30, Julio Jones got 30, so Kenny had some great showings to make up for his Panthers, who got him a grand total of 0. Tom Butler, on the other hand, has played all of his players just well. 37 from Lamar Jackson, 26 from Carson, and his defense even got him 7. So this could be a nail-biter, really coming down to how well can Alvin Kamara break out of his low teens funk coming into Monday night. And finally, we have Brett Favre's penis really giving it to Mr. Poopy Butthole. James and Connor have 102 points with a player still left to go in Drew Brees, of all people. And Mr. Poopy Butthole is signed off for the week with a mere 77. So Tiller will be moving on to the sacko next week, and James and Connor find themselves breathing a bit of a small sigh of relief. Tiller left a few points on the bench, looks like 14 right there, and another 6 right there, so that's a 20-point swing. And with the quarterback 27-point swing. Would it have been enough? Probably not, definitely not. But it might have made him feel a bit better, getting over 100 again, right before he moves on to the sacko. Exciting stuff. Next week, looks like we'll have Tiller versus somebody, and Colin versus somebody. We'll see Viga's predictions here in just a second. as promised, moving on to the most interesting segment of the week, we have Vika's weekly predictions.
Привет.
Hi, Vika. How
Hi.
are you?
I'm good. Move. This is my segment.
All right. Have fun.
Hi guys. So tonight we have an interesting game. Well, it's not that interesting actually, because we all know that Saints are gonna win. They're gonna roll over Colts. Because Saints are pretty awesome. Well,
Any predictions about the fantasy matchups?
sure. Would you please? All right. I do everything by myself this week. Okay, so we have Dun 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 playing The Party Rages On, and currently Kenny is ahead. And so we want to know if Tom Butler's player can make it. Who is it? Let's see. It's Alvin Kamara from Saints. Well, he's not going very steadily. Can I say that? Yeah. I mean, his stats is pretty. I don't know. He goes from like 20 to 6 and then 32. So, who knows? As much as I want to stay positive, as you all know, guys, I don't think he's gonna make it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Tom Butler. But maybe not this week. In the second game. Okay, we have No Sleep Till Maryland against Lou Top Squeak Button. Right. And this is an interesting one because if you look at this, like from the first side, you're like, oh my god, Kurt's not gonna make it. And then you're like, oh no, wait, he has 3 players to go. He's probably gonna make it. But then you're like, no, wait, this Colts player may not actually play this week. And the stats of the other guys isn't very good. So, I mean, I think the 2 of them together, if everything goes perfect, can score maybe like 34, but they need a little more than this. So maybe not this week. This week, stay negative, guys. I don't know what else to say. No, I mean stay positive always, but this week is just not so much. Okay, it was Vika, and Will isn't even gonna press stop, so I will. Have a nice week, everybody. Bye!